Welcome to Marketing with Confidence. I'm your host, Marianne Amies. We're going to be talking all things digital and online marketing for business owners and marketing professionals. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by your digital marketing, be sure to listen along and you'll hear tips, interviews and more that will give you the confidence to create marketing you love. Welcome back. Today, I was looking forward to talking to you about, a concept that I talk to clients about all the time to help get them comfortable with being a personal brand. Over the last 5 or more years, we've really seen a shift in social media and digital marketing around connecting to the people behind brands. It's probably one of the benefits of being a small business in that you can be the face of your business and you can create personal connection through your story. It's where big businesses and multinationals and franchises don't have that personal story to tell. And it's a really exciting opportunity, but it can also make us really uncomfortable. The thought of putting face to camera, I know for myself, is really daunting. I have no problem standing up in a room of 10, 20, 100,000 people and presenting. But when I need to look at myself in that small screen and talk and engage at the same time, I find it overwhelming. I find it hard to know where I want to do it, who's going to be listening while I'm recording. I marvel at people that do videos outside on the go, in public, talking to their phone. I guess not being part of the selfie generation, I'm not as used to it. And I know that a lot of you feel the same way too. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is you the marketing vehicle? Now, I've used this analogy or this story to help a lot of clients to really embrace themselves as a personal brand. And the thought behind it is, as you build a brand or a business, you need to start thinking about yourself as a marketing vehicle for the business. I know that sounds funny, but you, the personality, is also you, the brand. And that is a marketing tool or a marketing channel that you can really leverage. So you need to start thinking about you, the marketing vehicle, versus you, the person. Now, you, the person, may not enjoy being on camera. You, the person, may not like having their photo taken. You, the person, may think it's a bit naff to show up on stories and talk about your day or your coffee or what you're working on behind the scenes. But you need to start to think about you, the marketing vehicle. Now, you, the marketing vehicle, can do these things, and it can be separate to the emotions and the feelings that you, the person, has about it. It's really a mindset shift to separate you, the person, from you, the marketing vehicle. So the way I like to think of it is there's Marianne Amies, the marketing vehicle, and she's going to, do things that Marianne Amies, the person, doesn't necessarily feel comfortable in. You need to step outside of yourself and let you, the marketing vehicle, shine and resonate your brand message, create connection, create alignment. Even if you, the person, cringes at it behind the scenes. Often getting really comfortable with being that marketing vehicle or being that front of your business is fear of judgment. What will others think? What will others say? I know for myself, I've had to do a huge amount of mindset work to shift away from worrying about that. And I still do. I to be honest, it still gets me. I still think about what I'm wearing, how I look, the kind of day I'm having, what others will think. And it's funny, you tend to go back to certain people. And, in your head, there's certain people out there that are not necessarily judging you negatively, but maybe their opinions of you, you think about them or you worry about them or you pay them more credence than you should. And personally, they may be someone that you get on with really well, or they may be a competitor, or they may be someone, that you've grown up with, or someone that you've met more recently where you think, oh God, what will they think? What will they think if I dance and point on reels? What will they think when I start showing my face all the time? Or, what are people going to think when I'm posting photos of myself all the time? They're going to think I'm really, in love with myself. And I really, which is actually is a fantastic thing to be, let's be honest. But, there's those messages we grew up with about not shining too bright, not making too much noise, not drawing too much attention. I know as a child, I was always told, oh, you love to be the center of attention. And, that was apparently a negative thing. And as you grow up, you sort of realize, well, I think it's probably once you hit towards your 40s and beyond that you realize, oh, actually, it's a good thing to have the confidence to be the center of attention, or being the center of attention can be really positive. If you're then embracing others that aren't comfortable in that spot, and you're listening to them and hearing them and involving them, it can be quite a lovely place to be. But all these thoughts, all these stories that we tell ourselves about, what others are going to say and think if we shine our light too bright, if we stand out too much, they're all very personal. And often they're the personal things that hold you back. They're your fears, they're your worries, they're your limiting beliefs in so many ways. But if you can envision you, the marketing vehicle, and envision that as a separate person to you, it sort of becomes a little bit easier. It's like the way, I guess, actors take on a role. Now, we see actors do incredible things under different personas. To look at them often at face value, we still know it's, Nicole Kidman or whoever it might be. But the roles that they do take us on an incredible journey. We wouldn't judge, Nicole Kidman based on what her character in a movie does. If that character killed somebody, or if that, that character was immoral, or, that character was wildly successful and had a huge ego. We wouldn't then put that on her. We put it on the character. And so in the same way, it's that you, the marketing vehicle, is a character. It's a persona. And I don't mean that in a lack of authenticity, because to show up, you need to show up as you. But you can still be a version of yourself that's authentic whilst keeping areas of yourself private and personal, and protecting you, the person, emotionally. So it's really, to me, a separation in thinking about the things you, the person, is willing to do versus you, the marketing vehicle, and really recognize and embracing that when you put yourself at the front of your content, you're going to start to align with the very people that you want to work with. And whether that's, people you want to sell to, a product or a service, people do really connect with people. The number of things I could tell you about that I've bought because, the designer or the owner of that brand gets on there and tells me stories, takes me on the journey of them developing it, shares with me the struggles of being a small business owner, or even just, I don't know, motivates me to want to support them. The Buy from the Bush in Australia is a massive example. After the bushfires a few years ago, the Buy from the Bush accounts were all about featuring amazing small businesses through regional Australia. And so many of us bought because we bought into the stories. You saw this amazing product, and then you went to their account and you fell in love with them as people, and you wanted to support them. You knew they'd been through a tough time. And if you could buy a candle from someone regionally versus a candle in a big store, that personal connection, those stories you'd heard, it made you, want to support them then and continue to support them now. So I think, tapping into you, the marketing vehicle, letting go of your limiting beliefs and your fears, and really embracing that you, the person, can still feel protected while you, the marketing vehicle, gets out there and works magic for your business. I hope this gives you a new perspective and helps you to dip your toe in the water of putting yourself out there more. I'd love to hear on socials what this means to you, what this brings up for you, what you think of, or, if it's you trying, tag me and tell me that this is you, the marketing vehicle, stepping out. I'd love to see it. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for listening to another episode. If you don't want to miss one, make sure you subscribe to the show in your podcast app. And if you love it, be sure to share it with friends and colleagues who you think could benefit from increasing their digital marketing confidence. Want more? Head to maryanneamies.com to find out how you can work with me directly, to reach out to have me speak at your event, or to grab yourself some free resources.